Hi, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be reacting to Gimme Gimme by NCT 127. Alright, I know I just recently reacted to NCT, but I was not aware that NCT 127 was having a comeback pretty much a day before I uploaded that video. And as you may know, NCT 127 has a special place in my heart, and I really have only heard great things about the song and the video. You've been telling me that the video is really cool, so I just really wanted to see it, and I didn't want to wait months before I get to see it, so I decided to catch up right now while I can. And while it's kind of recent-ish. Before I get into this reaction, if you liked it at the end of it, please don't forget to leave a like and maybe consider subscribing if you want to, if you haven't already. And also, I have a Patreon account where I do album listens, and I'm currently watching Queendom, and I pretty much react to anything that I don't do on my channel that my patrons want to see. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. The link is in the description. I read through the lyrics. At first I thought it was just a song about them, or like whoever's singing, really liking someone, but knowing that they can never reach that person, like they're like out of the league or something. But then there was this part when they said toxic love and love is poison. So now I don't know if they're singing about we're not together because you're out of my league, or because I know better than to go to you because I know you're not a good person, or I really want to, or like you're teasing me kind of a thing, like you're flirting with me and you want me to do something, but at the same time you don't let me kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm a little confused about what exactly the relationship is, but basically they're saying give me love, and I will do exactly that. I will probably super enjoy the song. As always, if you have an idea what the lyrics could be about, please feel free to share, because as you may know, I suck at interpreting lyrics. That's enough talking. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to see this. I'm so excited for this video. You have been hyping it up. Let's watch this. NCT 127, gimme gimme. Oh, it's Japanese. Okay. Right? I mean, I'm... Oh, Doyoung, please. Ooh. Oh, nice. Taeyong, please. Nice. Oh, I swear, Johnny, ever since Resonance. Taeyong, please, please have mercy on me. Oh, this part is so good. Oh, the melodies in this song though. There, no. No. Okay, how? Tell me how, I will. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Okay. I really like the song. I like everything about the song. I like the melodies that they sing. I like the beat. I like the structure. I like everything about the song. Okay, so I see what you were talking about. I don't know if I saw it, if someone mentioned it in my comments or if I saw it on Twitter, that people were saying they did similar camera movements as in the God's Menu video by Stray Kids. I mean, yeah. Also, yes, some of that editing was really cool. I'm really excited to go back and see how they did that. I guess I was expecting a little bit more, just because everyone was saying, oh my god, this is such a cool video, and like, my god, the editing's crazy and things like that. So I was expecting a little bit more. Hi, it's Editing Sarah. As I just said, a lot of people said that the Gimme Gimme video has a lot of camera movements like God's Menu, but that it's just super awesome and that the editing is crazy and things like that. So when I went into this reaction, I expected God's Menu, but on LSD. Pretty much. Like, I expected those fluid camera movements, but even more extreme, and like the editing being even more extreme. The bridge was pretty much how I imagined the entire video to be. So I went into this reaction with an expectation, and then when I finished the video, I was like, okay, this wasn't really as crazy as I thought it would be. But something that I completely missed in my reaction is the way this video is edited / filmed to the music. I was really focusing on the technical side of things. I was thinking about the things that I'm gonna explain, like the equipment they used and things like that, but I was really blocked off from looking at the timing and at how it works together with the music. So I just wanted to add that now that I've watched the video a few more times during editing, I super love this video because of how well it works together with the music, especially in the beginning. The camera moves perfectly in time with those like low tones in the song, and I really love that. And also, again, the bridge is amazing with how it works with the music. So I absolutely missed that in my reaction, and I don't ever mention that because it went completely over my head, and because I went into this reaction expecting something very different than what the video was. But now that I've watched it a few times, I can see what everyone was talking about, and I definitely really appreciate it and love this video for that reason. And now back to oblivious and blind reaction, Sarah. I definitely want to see how they did this. Wait, someone got replaced in the front here in the beginning. Mark. He got replaced with Utah. Okay, how'd you do that? Oh, okay, it's like a zoom. Oh, that's smooth. How the fuck? Let's do the things that we know. So this camera movement, yeah, I don't know because I wasn't there on set, but most likely that's the same technique they used in God's Menu. The camera is mounted on a mechanical arm that just goes like how you program it, basically. Also, I don't know if in Black on Black they used it this extensively, but they did a form of this. And also they did this in Victon's What I Said, and you can actually see it there. So I'm gonna put the picture up so you can see the arm that I'm talking about. So I've seen this a bunch of times now because I feel like it's kind of like not necessarily a trend, but it's people discovered how cool this looks, so they do it a lot, which I'm totally fine with because I really love that as well. Plus you can be really creative with it, and also in this one that you use this camera to your advantage to like merge shots like here. What I think they did is, since the camera is a programmed camera, like they put in the data of how it's supposed to move, so it always moves the same way. Mark is here. He's standing there and the camera is here because it's programmed to be here at this exact time. So they recorded this with Mark, and then the camera, I'm not sure if this is the camera zooming in or if it's done in post-production. I'm gonna say, for explanation's sake, the camera zooms in, like ding, 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 zooms in with Mark in the frame, and then that's it. And then maybe it continues a little bit after that, but that's all they use for this shot. And then they did the same thing with Utah, where Utah was standing where he's standing, and then the camera was here, it zoomed in, and then they just did an edit here where they kind of replaced the members with some effects, so you can't notice it that much. I'm assuming that there is some kind of real zoom going on here though, because just in editing that doesn't really work that way, I would say, but I don't know. And then obviously, since this is a new shot where Mark is not standing there, Mark can now stand here on the side. Actually, that's a cut, because who gets replaced? Yuta gets replaced here with someone else. That's cool, I didn't notice that. So again, they did the same thing here because the camera is programmed to do the same thing all the time. Go back and then pan left. They just cut to a new shot where I think Johnny is standing here and then Mark is standing here, and then like it pans to Mark. So it's not really complicated, it's just very smart, and it does require that kind of equipment to have like a program camera like that, because otherwise it doesn't really work that way. And then they're doing an interesting cutout of Johnny and some effects. These shots of Hae-chan, they're so pretty. The depth of field, he's super soft, like everything is like barely in focus. It's really pretty. Here we have a light switch that when Jaehyun does this, they switched on a light in the front. Overall, the aesthetic of the video kind of reminds me of Simon Says, because it's very empty. Though in Simon Says, they also had another location with a wooden table in the center, which they don't have here. Everything here is pretty much very blank and very empty and very, very cold, I guess. Oh yeah, and then we have this edit here, which is also really cool. They cut out Tail and then like overlap him on the new footage, pretty much. It is a lot of work because you have to cut him out of every single frame by hand. So it's a lot of work, but it's not very difficult. And then we have, yeah, Johnny, my God, ever since I've seen Resonance, I'm like keeping an eye on him. He looks so good in this video too. What are you doing to me? I have Taeyong. Please. Oh yeah, redo this again. I'm supposed this is again the same technique. The camera is programmed to move this way, so it moves the same way all the time. And you can kind of see a slight difference because this thing is not in the exact same position. It's a little bit lower. Obviously, when you watch this just like this, you can't really notice. And then the camera continues its movement. And then this is just, the camera is stationary, so they just cut around and he moves. And then it starts moving again. And then we have like a wipe transition. And then here, it's the same thing as before. They shot this and then they shot this during night. So again, it's not exactly the same because this thing again is in a slightly different position, but again, because it's so fast and you can barely notice it. But it's just like, that's how you can see how they did it. Here they did some more effects. They didn't do the effect only on the member. They did it on the entire picture, I assume because the framing isn't quite the same. Yeah, it's a little bit more to the side, so I guess that's why. Maybe it didn't work time-wise, or maybe it was intentional. And then they did the same thing here, so it kind of looks like he's teleporting around. Taeyong, hi, you're pretty and stuff. Okay, and then he slaps the camera up, and then we have this cut here. Yeah, and also the locations again, we don't have too many different locations. They're pretty much, I think, like maybe 3 or something, but they all look very similar because of the color scheme, and also because they're all empty. There's no set dressing or anything. Well, I don't think this is set dressing. I don't know, could be. It looks more like it's supposed to be there, like it's a lab, but then at the same time, if that was the case, they would probably remove it, so I guess it is set dressing. But it's just like, it's no like, there's no plants or like couches, there are no, everything is very like sterile and very clean and very mechanical and things like that. There are no plants or like cushions, couches, fabric, there's nothing like that. Everything is made out of like solid material and it's very plain, if that makes sense. The choreography is really, really nice. Oh my God, Taeyong, you look so good. You look so good, Taeyong. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Love these outfits on them too. The like suits, but they're like deconstructed kind of. And then they did the same thing again that they did earlier, where Tail walks across the screen and they use him as a transition. This thing is in a curve, and then when we transition to the shot with the member, you can see that this line is coming in straight. Like this is the exact same thing, it's just overlaid, and then on one we have this effect going on that makes it kind of wavy, and then it disappears / it like merges back into the original shot. And then the camera moves, keeps moving with him. It pans really quickly to the left, and then we cut here, and the pan continues to this new shot with the dancing. And then here, probably the same thing again, that it's the program camera, so they just put an effect on the member when they cut to the new shot. Also this is all super fast, so I really appreciate that. Oh wow, what a weird edit. We have this Taeyong going up here, and he's super blurry, and then we have this kind of like paint effect going on. That's really cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's scary. Go away. No. Like this section specifically, all of these really fast edits is super cool. And also again, a lot of work. It looks very chaotic at the end here. Like everything else up to this point, it was always very like stable and very smooth and very mechanical. And now it's like really like it's starting to get more chaotic with all of the movements of the camera. It's feeling more uncalculated, more non-intentional. And then the vocalists coming through, like goddamn. A lot of planning and a lot of work and a lot of attention to detail and precision went into the video, so it's not like it's easy to do. But from a technical standpoint, the aesthetic they added to it and the way they used it is new, but the technique behind it is not new. Does that make sense to anyone? I don't know. Definitely like the song a lot, and I also really like the video. So yes, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I really concentrated a lot on those like transitions, because I feel like most people were really impressed by that, so I wanted to break that down. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and maybe subscribe if you want to. As always, a huge thank you goes to all of my patrons, especially Isabel, Pineapple Senpai, Heiho Jeho, and Anis Hasi for supporting me. If you want to check out my Patreon, the link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!